Hey Fusion, my name is Kristen and I am a youth leader in the 11 o'clock service with the middle school girls. And I'm really excited about this U-Turn series that we're having because you'll find as you grow in your relationship with Jesus that there are those key moments that really make an impact on your walk with Christ. And the U-Turn moment I want to share with you today is about forgiveness. A little background about my life. When I was in elementary school, my parents divorced, primarily because of my dad's addiction to drugs and alcohol. And to be really real with you, just memories of him weren't great. Him punching a hole in our bathroom wall or me going to our neighbors to call the police. There was just a lot of turmoil, and I couldn't really understand why this person who was supposed to love and protect me was just really doing the opposite. And, eventually we moved in with my grandparents and my mom remarried, and my dad just wasn't a part of my life anymore. And I remember growing up just how hard it was for me to talk about him, how hard it was for me to trust people in general. And, to be honest, sometimes it still is. But I can remember when I accepted Jesus as my Savior, just what a gift it was to know that, no matter what I had done or what I was going to do in the future, that I was fully and completely loved and secure. And that security was something, that I would kind of crave growing up. And, a lot of people might have left me or let me down or disappointed me, but Jesus never has. So my big U-turn moment came, when I was in middle school. I had a Sunday school teacher who encouraged us to just forgive the people that had hurt us in the past. And I remember my first reaction being, why do I need to forgive? I hadn't done anything, and, I don't like to face conflict. I'm like the queen of avoidance. And but I knew that this was something that I was going to have to face, that I was going to have to deal with. And when I think about forgiveness, I think about, when a friend hurts or betrays you, you just kind of, stop hanging out with them, stop letting them into your life. But family is different. There's always going to be that unseen connection between you and them, whether that's good or that's bad. And, a lot of people, when they have to confront their past, they're angry or they're looking for somebody to blame, but that's not the way that I felt. I guess I just felt like a sense of shame that I had walked through that that was my story, and that somehow I was associated with the choices that my dad had made, and that wasn't true, but that's the way that I felt. So I did the only thing that I knew how to do, which was to just pray and cry out to God and ask Him that He would take away every single one of those hurt feelings, that He would remove that unforgiveness that had just been in the back of my heart for a long time. And to be honest, He really did. And that doesn't mean that I never think about the past or that those memories don't pop up, but what that means is that bitterness and unforgiveness that I had held on to for so long, that didn't define me or control me anymore, because Jesus had set me free. And I may never get an apology or an explanation from my dad, but because I chose to forgive like Jesus forgave me, I can move forward. So I want to encourage you that if there is any unforgiveness in your heart or something difficult that you are walking through or have walked through, that you would really just give it to God. And I know that that's so much easier said than done, and it might seem impossible, but that's what God specializes in. He is the God of the impossible, and I'm so thankful that He didn't just come for the people with really easy lives, but He came, to deal with the messy and the difficult. And I'm so encouraged that, when I have the opportunity to forgive people in the future, that I can remember that Jesus forgave me, and that, I have the ability to forgive others because of that. So I know that He is just so faithful to walk with me through anything I face.